Hi everyone, in today's tutorial I want to show you how you can convert any video into a single character that looks like an ASCII video. It's a very simple network. As for now, this can only be used with a single character. I have found a way to have multiple characters, but it's pretty heavy on the computer, so I will not show it in today's tutorial, but I will try to optimize it and show it for a future tutorial. Like always, I will have this project file on my Patreon if you don't want to follow along. So let's get started. Let's open a blank new project. The first thing you will need is any video. Once you have your video, you want to fit the resolution to something smaller than the resolution that you have, because we're gonna take each point of the video and instantiate it to a character, so it could be quite heavy on your GPU, so we want to scale it down. We will attach it to a fit. And in the comment tab, we can change the resolution. I choose the smallest one, but you can choose whatever you want. In the fit, go into fit outside, and then you can just translate down a little bit the video so we can see the jellyfish. You can also scale it down a little bit. And now what we want to have is like a definition of the shape, and in order to do that I use an edge. You can increase the straight to 10 and then just increase a little bit the black level, and then we will bring a threshold and decrease a little bit the threshold. Next we will bring a composite, and we will connect the fit input and the threshold input, and we will use the operation multiply. So this is to have the color. If you don't want to have the color of the video, then you just use the threshold here. Then let's bring it to a null, and then we will transform that into pop. So let's use the top 2. We don't want to have the black square, so what we will do is connect it to a delete. In the attribute, select the color 3, and then function will be equal to 0. Next, we will grab a rectangle. Uniform scale would be 0.005. Then we're gonna bring a copy, and the rectangle will go in the first input. The delete will go in the second input. And to keep the color, we will have to go in the template attribute. Use template point attribute enable, and then here just select the color. Next, we're gonna bring a quantize that we will use later, and we will do the render network. Let's bring a geo, a camera, a light, a render, and go in the comment. We will change the resolution to 720 1280 and change the pixel format to 32-bit float. Let's bring a null and then make the viewer active. In the camera, we will change the translate Z to 1, and we will grab a constant material. To put the character on the points, we will need to have text top, sorry. And then you can choose any character that you want. In the font, we will choose autofit always. And then we have to go into the geo and instancing enable, and go in the second instancing, and we will take the text one and drag it onto the instance texture. We can add the background so we can see. Let's bring a transform. Background color, put the alpha to 1, and come over background color enable. Now to have less or more points, we will use the quantize. In the quantize, we will quantize round, and then if we decrease, then we can see that we have less points and the image is less clear. But if we decrease the value step, then we can see that the image is less pixelized. And what I did in the original video is I use LFO just to switch between high value and low value. Before we do that, I just want to, after the render, bring a matte because it's a bit dark, so we can use a matte to make it lighter. So we just go in the add and then multiply. We can just increase the value. So what we will do next, we will grab LFO and then attach it to a matte. The range, we will change the range to whatever we want to use in the quantize. We will change the range from, because it goes from -1 to 1, so -1 to 1, and then we want to have not too high value because we don't see the shape anymore. For the first value, I use 0.009, and then the higher value was 0.05, and then we can attach it to a null and make the viewer active here and just drag it onto the value step. Now it's a bit too fast, so we can go in the LFO and reduce the frequency, maybe 0.1. The next thing we will add is the original video. So we can grab a select up and you can just drag it onto the select here and we will have our up here so it's easier. We don't have to go back and forth. You can check the resolution of your video, but since it's the same resolution that we have here, then on our render we will not change the resolution. But if you have like a 1080 by 1080 video, maybe you want to change the resolution to match the one that you have in the render here. We will grab a transform and we will just move it down a little bit. We will also grab a transform for the first one and we will move it up a little bit and then grab a composite. You can use the operation add. Okay, I will just bring the original video. So in the original video I had some squares here. We're gonna add that, and the square also matched the movement of the video, so I will show you how you can make that. After the first copy here, we will bring another quantize, and then we will quantize round, and we will decrease the value maybe to something like 0.15, and then we will grab another geo. We will bring a line material, just drag it on the material here, and then if you want a thinner line, you will have to reduce the width near. Now we can see that the squares is only on this one, on the first render here, but not on the whole video. So in order to have it on all the part of the video, we will grab a second render and just grab the geo2 and bring it over the second render and parm geometry, and then you will do the same for the G1 with the render 1. We need to change the resolution. Right, we already change the pixel format to 32-bit float. So now we don't see it, but we have it all over the screen. And we will use another composite, operation add. You could also bring a matte here to make it less dark. Increase it. I also feel that it's a bit small, so what I will do is in the geo I will increase the scale, something like 1.7. If you don't want the color here and you just want some white lines, but you want to keep the video in color, you can just grab another copy and disable the use template points attribute, and you can just replace this copy with quantize here, and then you will have some white lines. think I preferred the one with the color. So the next thing we can do, just to make it prettier, we could use a bloom after the comp 2 here. Reduce the pre-back level to 0 and the min bloom radius to 0. Can just reduce the bloom a little bit. This marked the end for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.